Good evening. It's been a while. I had surgery last month, and my voice is still affected by the tube that they put down my throat. So bear with me. I had to rely upon narcotics for my pain. We're still human, and we still need help. Let's see here. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I don't do the upside down cards. Okay, now this is amazing. We've got the 3 white buffaloes. So that's some serious financial gain. Okay, we could all use that, that's for sure. But very rarely do they come up in a spread, the same spread. So there's good news regarding finances. Well, we have to remember that there's different messages for the different people right now that are watching this video, but financial gain, I'm just going to put these 3 together. A new job for some people, a new place of employment, or a new business. You will be starting a new business. For some, this is inheritance, lottery, back child support. There's a lot of payouts as well. And through this prosperity, there's peace. And we really have to relax when it comes to worrying about our finances, because everything is the way it is. If it was supposed to be different, then it would be different. Hard work paying off and patience paying off. For some, I do feel the energy of parents that left their children in an inheritance or life insurance. There's should be no fighting, okay? There should be no fighting among your siblings or anyone else regarding this last will and testament. And I do feel like parents made a last minute decision regarding, I don't know, they made a change. This too is not to be, there should be no arguing over this. The changes that they made with a certain financial institute was the correct change, because they would have lost money. I hope that makes sense. I do feel like there is some question regarding a sibling that had or either has alcohol or drug issues. The parents would not want this will and testament changed. I'm just saying, they want everything fair and square, and it's not up to you to decide who deserves what more than the other. This is their final will, their final wishes as well. So leave it be. Through some of this, not the parents' part, but the money that's going to be coming in, I feel like someone will be relocating to a new country, and Spirit has given you the blessing to make this change to a different country, because that's where you're supposed to be going. You're being pulled in that direction for a reason. And this too is moving. A lot of people are still moving. We're still relocating. We are still shifting. We are still divorcing friends, family, and lovers. We are being pushed out of a place that we thought was permanent, that we loved, that we've put a lot of time and energy into, where we are being directed in a different direction. So as painful as this is for some people to be relocating at this time, this is the direction that your soul's taking you. You have to trust it. Remember that when you pass away, all of your material things are going to stay here anyway. So please trust that this move that you're being pushed out of is the direction that you need to go. And for some people that are choosing to pick up and move, this is a blessing. You're doing the right thing. And also, two homes will become one, so there's still a lot of marriages and still a lot of soulmates meeting. So don't give up on the soulmates, even if you've been alone for a long time. That's this card here, alone. Let me see if I can pull this up to the camera. I don't know if you can see the two faces in there or not, but there's two faces. This is a shield around the heart that will be removed to allow this love to come through. Your scattered dreams will not be as bad once this shield is removed. There's some blockage around the heart that's causing some disruption in your dreams. Once the love is allowed in, the dreams, the bad dreams, are going to disappear. Prayer stick here, so all of your prayers are being heard. And I say this every time I do a reading. We don't have a God that punishes us, so we have to stop feeling like we're being punished, because that's not the case. Plucking away at the same old, and expecting different results. So you're the creator of this. These old patterns are being dismantled. You're going to dismantle them. And all of the healing that you're currently doing, you are also healing generations before you that could not heal. And you're saving your children and grandchildren from doing the work. They can come in with more at ease, if that makes sense. So, bravo to you for doing this work. This is very important. And again, with the signal for help, Spirit hears everything that you're saying. They hear every whisper, every prayer, and they will be answered according to your timelines. Okay? I mean, if we only knew exactly where we come from, how important you truly are, you would literally bow down to yourself. That's how big you are, and that's how important you are. This here is the breakdown of something that you thought was permanent. So there's a couple different explanations for this card. For some, I feel like a situation that you just don't know how you're going to get out of, or you think, oh my God, this is it. I'm never going to be free. I'm never going to make a change. I am paying off the worst karma debt ever, so I must accept it. Okay, but this isn't true. So this is a breakdown of something that you thought was permanent, meaning you will be getting out of this situation. It is not a permanent situation. It feels permanent, but help is coming in. When you say the words, enough is enough, Spirit's going to jump in. They can't intervene until you're ready. And also, this is a divorce from a very abusive relationship or toxic relationship, a relationship that is not serving you well on your journey. So, we have to do this. We have to go through these divorces. So your situation is not permanent. You will break free, but you're the one that has to say, I've had enough. I'm done. This here feels like a ritual, a initiation. And some of these initiations on the spiritual level may not be very pleasant, but they're very necessary for your growth. And pain is our greatest teacher. My brother committed suicide in 2001, and that was my awakening, you could say, because he started visiting me. So if it wasn't for his suicide, I wouldn't be where I am today. Does that make sense? I turned that painful situation into a PowerPoint to find myself again. So that was a form of initiation on my spiritual path because I was Baptist. I was a Christian. And he started visiting me. So this is what the card is showing me, that there may be something very painful that's going to help you reclaim your power. So be grateful for that situation, because I'm very grateful to my brother. And I know I'll see him again. I have taken a break from my readings because of the surgery and the pain medication that I was taking. But before the surgery, well, it's been happening ever since my plant medicine journey. I'm getting a lot of off-world connections that are actually family members. I'm tapping into brothers, sisters that are on different planets. I'm tapping into parents. The mothers are coming in very strong, so we need to pay attention to that because they're ready to assist us here on Earth. That's why we're here. A lot of people are making a lot of changes that are really making themselves feel better. On a spiritual level, we're changing our diets. We're paying attention to the ingredients that we're serving our bodies. We are making demands for better food, cleaner air, and better water and medicine, and it's working. So don't think that it's not, because it really is. We can't see what's going on behind the curtains because the news doesn't want you to know, but I'm here to tell you that we are definitely winning when it comes to what they're spraying in the skies, what they're poisoning our waters and our foods with. We're making a huge change. Humanity is doing that. Mostly the moms across America, but in other countries as well. Other countries are not going through nearly as bad as what we are here in America as far as our food sources and medicines, but We're winning that. We've already won it. We just have to clean it up. Please listen to your intuition, especially when you meet new people, because your soul is at a point where it's not going to allow the insults on your energy field anymore. So pay attention. Don't argue with this intuition anymore. And you don't have to explain yourself to these people. Okay? Sometimes explaining yourself is just a waste of time. And I have talked about the narcissistic abusers before, this polarized energy. You know, they come here to bring us challenges, to defeat us, to bring us down, to depress us. But they're also given a chance to find light and love through us. And if you give them that chance and they don't want to make the change, you need to walk away from them. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what this card is saying. We don't owe this polarized energy any explanations. We're going to keep these two together here. Please listen, especially if you're meeting new people. The answers that you're looking for in the future, there's nothing in the past, and that's also means don't go back to someone in the past that hurt you before. Whether it's a lover, family, co-worker, nobody. A lot of these people aren't going to make the change. So we have to keep that in mind. A snake is a snake. A snake isn't going to change into a bunny rabbit, okay? You are not going to change that snake. Does that make sense? You are not going to love that snake enough to make it change into a rabbit. It will never be a soft bunny. So please listen, especially when in the dating. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, so I am picking up grandmother figures. Especially if you just recently lost a grandmother figure. She is presenting her energy at this time. I am picking up a strong message regarding don't worry about the holidays, I'll be there. I really loved the dress that was picked out for me. If you want to sell my expensive jewelry, do so. I'd rather see you have the money than pass it on to somebody else that's going to spend it. That's going to sell it, excuse me. I have all the jewelry I want over here. And she's laughing. I don't know what that means. There's an owl, or a hawk, excuse me. There's a hawk totem. So if you're attracted to hawks, please look up hawk totem medicine in the Native American. There's a father figure that sends hawks to get your attention. And a father figure is acknowledging that he is with your brother. He says, I helped pull him over when he crossed over. All is well. There will be a new baby. And this is for someone who didn't think they could get pregnant. This will be a little girl. The money card. Oh, I put those on top. Let me shuffle them out a little bit. I'm just going to pull a couple more here. Lots of traveling. That's beautiful. Okay, so this is a deceased brother that visits, and this grandmother figure sends butterflies to catch your attention. So we're going to keep these here because this is deceased people speaking. Don't worry about your brother, okay? And if there was a brother that, like my brother, that committed suicide, they get the help that they need, okay? They don't get put in a place of hell. They get put in a place that's going to help them. Because that's the kind of source, God, creator that we have. And I know my brother's perfectly fine. He didn't show me himself burning in some flames of hell. He looked very good. He looked very good. There's a lot of travel coming up for a lot of people too. So we don't, these travel plans are safe. And for some, they're telling me, please know that I'm going to pay for your ticket. I don't know what that means. So if you're being invited somewhere and someone wants to pay for it, you take them up on that. I'm going to close this, but this here is a child that was miscarried, not aborted, miscarried. This child is saying, I am going to return as soon as the timelines match up with my soul experiences. So please don't grieve that you miscarried me because I'm coming back. And for some, they wanted to change their father. So they backed out of the pregnancy and they're going to wait until a new father better suits them, if that makes sense. A lot of souls are coming back that miscarried. They made a change in their life chart, so they're coming back. And this one here is saying you've made enough sacrifices, and it's way past time that you start thinking about yourself, okay? And it's not selfish. It's perfectly okay to say no, and it's perfectly okay to say me first. So God bless you all. And remember, you're loved. I wish everybody could see the spirit world the way that I see it, because it is the most loving vibration, the most compassionate vibration, the most understanding vibration. And you are surrounded by that same vibration. You are loved.